Those of you on YouTube, wherever you're listening to my voice, yeah, good afternoon to you. On this overcast Tuesday, I almost forget the day of the week, Trinidad and Tobago, as yesterday was the country's Independence Day, yeah? So it's with a heavy heart today that I send out condolences to two families. On Sunday morning, I woke up to the sad news that a neighbor of mine would have lost her life at home with her small, for any child to have to wake up to it. And the thing about it is the body remained at the home for some time. So, we had to distract, if you want to call it that, the children away from the home where their mother's body would have lied. So yeah, it was a difficult Sunday morning for the persons on my street. So I want to send condolences to the family of Shirley Foy. She really stood for her children and everything, and sometimes you really can't question God in these circumstances. But I know wherever you are, Shirley, my darling, you'll be looking down on your children, yeah? So that was the first case. The second incident, I got the information yesterday afternoon that a longtime friend of the family for many, many years, her name is Luana, but we call her Baby, would have lost her son. Luana, I want to say condolences to you and your family. You are strong, I must tell you that. You're a very, very strong woman. Everything you do, you did with your boys in mind. One thing you can be rest assured with is that they were very respectable, loving boys. People may have their own opinions on the way you raised your children, but you did what was right. And that is the most important thing, and that is what counts. So condolences to these families as we continue to just press on in 2020. I do not know what else 2020 has to throw at us, but I can tell you this, Trinidad and Tobago, I am ready to close the curtain on 2020. Matter of fact, today I was planning to come here and play parang. I was ready to start the Christmas season and, give gifts and bake bread and pretend as though we're in December, because I am really absolutely tired of the year 2020. In addition to all the suffering and death in Trinidad and Tobago, we are listening to what is happening as it relates to the legislation surrounding the wearing of the mask. Some people are for it, some people are against it. I too have my own opinions on it, but I want to get your thoughts inside this first hour. Yeah, it has been a long, long weekend for me. It was a long weekend, it was a longer weekend. But I really miss talking to you guys. I'm going to open up the phone lines pretty early and find out exactly what's on your mind. Feel free to call me, 342-0081, 771-1791, 466-5391. Don't forget, you can call us as well on our international line, 718-874-3860, and touch base with us as well there. So the lines are open. Caller, you live. Good afternoon.
Hello, good day, Aisha.
How are you today?
I'm very fine. first time caller. Glad to hear your voice.
Really? Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Muruga.
Hello, Maruga.
Yes, and I'm truly calling concerning the crime in our area. I'm calling concerning with the alleged killing with the police
Yes, I
officer.
heard about the shooting with the police and the gentleman up there. What is the situation?
Well, the situation is, I don't want to give my name because I'm from in.
I don't want you to get your name neither, but I just want to get the circumstances surrounding what has happened.
Well, to be transparent with you is more likely policeman doing some work inside his home in his area in terms of cleaning up the yard, and he had a guy taking some, like, for instance, the grass, and the grass was thrown into an area which part the guy who was killed, alleged, he doesn't maintain the water sewer plan. Matter of fact, he lived there. You understand? And he just
Yeah.
tell him about it. Yeah, man?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yes, he tell him about it, and it had probably a verbal miscommunication, but nevertheless, it didn't have to reach to that. And the guy who he killed, he lived right inside the area. And it's very sad to see that an individual who live right inside the area, his life could be snuffed out. And justice up to now.
So basically what you're saying from a neighborly disagreement would have caused this murder?
That's right.
Where is the love? Where is the neighborly love?
That's right. I wish by that happened is we could say that, like, for instance, yes, the policeman at that point in time he wasn't working off guard, and it apparently like he went to meet the individual. He didn't find him home, but he find him on his journey just halfway, not too far by the policeman living, and he would have confronted the individual based on the video that you are seeing. And up to this day, we have not heard nothing from the commissioner, and it's very sad to see something like this happening in our community. And we ask ourselves the question, how many more have to die? How many more have to suffer by the hands of these wicked and ruthless police? You understand? At the same time, too, we know they are good police. We compliment them, but the one of them who just, the bad, rotten apples, and them who just making things bad for the one of them who's trying to do good. At least we always asking for the residents who living up here, we just asking for justice. And people will not stop unless justice is served. You understand? So it's sad to see what happened. We ain't getting nothing from Gary, and I mean the video, the footage is just to show. You understand? Which I state where people will say, well, the footage is self-defense, but if you look at the clip, Aisha, you ain't seen nothing with self-defense. You're seeing where an individual was approached, almost get bounced, and let's be real. I mean, if somebody approach you that strange guy, you know who it is. And as far as we know, the individual was going to do some work inside the community because he's very helpful. He's always doing work, always helping each and every individual within the community. You understand? He don't be a nobody. He drink his rum and entertain people. So it's a sad thing, and we are very uncomfortable with that policeman being in the area. And we asking for something to take place. We asking for action. Because the community and the villager will not stop unless that individual leave from our community. So we asking the relevant authority to who listening, to Gary and the commissioner of police, to whosoever. We asking for justice and we will not stop. And as far as I could say, it's concerning the matter.
Well, I want to thank you for updating me on the situation. I saw the video on social media, but I was not up to date with the actual incident. So I want to thank you for your vision of what happened, and we wait to see how the law enforcement proceed with this. So the individual is still in the area, the person who is alleged to have committed the act.
Well, to be honest, he's moving like if nothing happened.
So he up about the place normal.
That's right.
Interesting.
And it's sad, especially when somebody, come on, we see the video and we see what happened, and he just moving up and down normal, like if nothing happened. It's sad. So I asking, the people, I asking the right thinking people in this country, we have to stand up because today, let us be real, today could be that individual and tomorrow could be somebody else. And we ask the question, we ask ourselves the question, who really running the country? Is it the police? Is it the Prime Minister? It's sad. It's sad. I'm talking to them, I'm very hurt to see what's going on in our beloved Trinidad and Tobago. How many more have to die? How many more have to suffer for we to get justice? You understand? It is not right. You understand? Aisha, I must say, you know, you're an individual. I always listen to you, and I always locked on, always listening. And I truly will glad if you could pay this video, this clip, some attention, because you know the people of Moruga, they are very hurting, and we are sad to see what happened to a son of the soil who was very caring, loving. He would do anything for anybody within the community, and today he is no more with us today. And it's like everybody just, how to say, not everybody, but the police and how to say, you know, the people and them, some of them, you know, just went about on their own business. But I am always asking for the residents inside the community and who living around is for justice. I always want. And I hope that justice will be served in this matter. And I would like to say on that for now.
Thank
you.
I
continue to listen to you. I continue. I hope that you will, to God, that you will.
I'll definitely pay close attention to it. I would pay close attention to it. And for those who haven't seen the video, I'm going to play it on my live right now on Facebook a short while from now, so they can have a chance to see it. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Moruga, and thank you so much for calling in. So good afternoon to those of you viewing on my Facebook Live. They're asking what happened to the dreadlocks. Well, I just got tired of it. It was very, very hot. It has been hot for the past few days, and I was saying, you know what? I need to take it out. So I took the dreadlocks out 2 days ago, and I ain't lying to tell you, it was a challenge getting it out. I literally had to soak my head in conditioner overnight in order to get my hair to a place where I can comb it out. I lost a lot of hair in the process. So I'd advise people, don't dreadlocks unless you decide to keep it, because if you intend to take it out, it may be a challenge. So yeah, I went through the process and I took it out. And I decided that I was going to pull straight my hair, still not using any relaxer. Yeah, I still want the natural finish. I'm giving chemicals a little rest, so I just flat iron it. And I just decided to rock it like this today. Or maybe until I feel to change a little bit. All you know me, I just move with the wind, especially with how I look. But I want to thank those of you complimenting me on live or how I look. I almost forgot how I looked with hair outside of dreadlocks. I've been doing the dreadlocks thing for a little while. Yeah, and I still have my locks. So give or take, I decide to put it back in. I'll just have it done because it's stored away very safely. The lines are open. We are taking some calls. So much is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to hear from you. It's been a very long weekend. Caller, you live?
Hi, Aisha.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
You're sounding distant, Aisha.
Well, I hearing you loud and clear.
Let me call you back.
All right, okay. The lines are open. Feel free to call me. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Good afternoon, Miss Wells.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, caller, you're live.
Yes, Miss Wells. I called to make a contribution on the same video I think the man is referring to. Miss Wells, I am very disturbed, disappointed in the way policing is done in this country. We cannot have and continue to subject ourselves to police officers who can clearly articulate and give a narrative on videos, but only when they are involved, there is no articulation, no narrative based on the video or the footage that is at hand. You understand? It is very disingenuous of these officers to believe that they are above questioning. Is it that they are immune to breaking the laws of this country, or there is no penalties for them when they do so? You all already have provisions in the laws to operate outside of what the citizens are asked to. Because every day I see other driving without seatbelts, no problem. Every day I see other driving on the phone, no problem. But all they want to just commit murder all over this place and have no answers to answer for it. What is going on in this place? People want to check all yourself, check all yourself. Aisha was very upset, very, very upset this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Yes, so I want somebody to send me the video now. People want to see it. I want to put it up on my live. There are a lot of people that did not see the video. Send it to me to my inbox. I found it on my timeline. I can't remember where. But send me the video to my inbox. Search Aisha Wells Center, CENTRE, and send it to me now if you can. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live. Caller, you there?
Aisha.
Hi.
Why are you sounding so distant, Aisha?
I think it's your phone because I'm right here and everybody else has been hearing me. I'm not sure why you can't.
Let me try you again.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on with your phone, Mr. Leave It There, but everybody else has been hearing me fine. So maybe you need to check out your phone, see what's happening with it, yeah? Caller, you live.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon to you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Well, I ain't really video, but I'll hear about it. I just hope that this thing will be stopped on the topic, I hope the thing be investigated. All right? Because it's kind of looking bad on the police part. If it is alleged, right? Whatever they have done. Another thing, too. I don't know if you watched Parliament over the weekend. Aisha?
Yes, I took in a little bit of it, but to be honest with you, I still haven't gotten my mind around to taking in what's happening in the Parliament. It's a lot.
All right, well, I asked myself, what do you think, we're doing the course of the campaign, how you dealt with that gentleman who was a co-host with you, Aisha?
Well, you were listening to the program every day from 4 to 7, so I think you kind of have an idea as to how I would have handled my colleague, Mr. Anil Roberts. And I spoke to him on the weekend. I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. But, we spoke along the lines of his behavior in the Senate. And I've come to the conclusion that is just his personality. Whether he's on radio, whether he's in the Senate, whether you catch him on a boat ride, this is him. And all I can tell you, you may be in for a very, very rough few months while he's in the Senate.
If this is the kind of thing to come, God forbid, what of them so-called green horns in the other side are going to be like, particularly like of the ones from the ones who recently in the ship, the seats like the St. Augustine, Sarah seat, Shogwana seat, who told that COVID comes to the doors of the PNM summer. Despite the fact, hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, despite the fact that she has questions over her head, but of course people will say that is also personal business, right? You have another gentleman with another question about something, but people will say, well, bring the evidence to the police, So, yeah, it's going to be a very reference.
Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so I want you guys to like the video, share the live. Give me a short minute. I'm going to put up the video now. Someone would have sent it to me. Ashford Legaton sent me the video. So I'm going to get ready to put it up on our Facebook page live stream so you can view it. Like the video and share the live. Caller, you live.
Yeah, good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
Aisha, the gentleman now talking about Anil and his behavior in the Senate, and you said in reference to his personality, hear what? History will be in the makings. In reference to Mr. Anil Roberts, history will be in the makings. And I hope that he continue to open his mouth big when history comes his way. You understand? When things, he know himself, and he know what he have been doing or what he have done, and everybody has answer. So when it's time for him to answer for what he have done, and history have been made in reference to him, I hope that he continue to open his mouth, where just as how he opened his mouth in the Senate and being disrespectful, I hope he open his mouth just so. You hear? Daddy always say, bye-bye, Blakey, bye-bye. Let Blakey go ahead. Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Aisha,
Yes.
you're sounding a little better.
Thank you.
Aisha, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Wonderful. That interview you had with Devon Maraj, he told you one or two things. One of the things he told you was that the UNC was hijacked. Yes? Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Aisha, I've been saying for years on the next program, I always wanted to see Mr. Pandey get back that symbol. Aisha, that symbol UNC. Why you think I supported Michaela? That symbol, Aisha. Because as the former Prime Minister said, she is not a NAR. Aisha, she is not a NAR. And I always wondered back then why they did not go and form their own party and leave Mr. Pandey with his own. Aisha, I always wondered why. I would leave it there for now.
Thank you, Mr. Leave It There. Well, listen, this weekend has been a very, very busy weekend for members in the UNC because I took in Sunday afternoon, Barrington Skippy Thomas's live. Apparently, Skippy is on a drive to re-energize the UNC and to make drastic changes in the party at this present time. So I taken a little bit of Skippy live on Sunday night, and of course he was talking about the party's constitution and the way forward for the UNC minus Kamla Persad-Bissessar and those of her executive. To my surprise, when I thought might have had 3 or 4 people on Skippy live, Skippy pull a crowd, yes? So the video is viral. Now I did a little phone interview with Skippy yesterday to update myself on what the situation is in the UNC at present. And according to Skippy, there is a massive drive to remove the leader of the opposition as political leader of the party and to consider making drastic changes towards the party in the next few months as they continue to deal with the defeat at the polls on August 10th. So he assured me in days to come there was going to be a big thing. I hear it's going to have a speaker platform virtually that is going to have ads, that there's going to be petitions, that persons are willing to come out. I understand that there are hierarchies in the party that is ready to speak out. Persons have jumped ship. It's not just Devon alone. He's calling other names, prominent names. And he just told me to hold on a little while longer before he can actually talk about what is happening. So I'm hoping before the week is out to have Skippy as a guest on the program to explain to us what is going on in the opposition. But from what I gather, Trinidad and Tobago, and you know me, I'd like to bring it to you guys as real as I could, all may not be well in the UNC. There is, at the moment, a massive drive, according to members of the party, to remove the leader. From what I understand, the persons who may be loyal to the leader alone may just be those who are in the parliament with her and the Senate. Because a lot of people apparently couldn't understand why Anil Roberts was brought into the Senate. But I explained to you guys on Friday, I think this particular political leader wants to keep people around her who she may think has her best interest at heart, because clearly things are not well in the UNC. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon.
Hey, Guru, how are you?
Not bad.
What happened is UNC bashing this evening? UNC
No, it's not UNC bashing. Somebody just asked me something about the UNC and I commented.
Well, everybody calling and talking about Kamla and Roberts. UNC win the election. UNC lost. UNC not in government. Concern all yourself with who's in government. When in the last few weeks, Aisha Wells, just before the election, the amount of people with coronavirus in this country was 130 something. In less than a month, we up to 17 something. The death toll was 8. It's now 25. It has tripled. All you in concern all yourself with that. All you're studying the UNC and who's good for the UNC and who's not good for the UNC. Aisha Wells, the Prime Minister keep putting a lot of square pegs in wrong holes. You have the Minister of Health telling this country when people were looking for masks to put on, no need to wear no mask. All you don't have to wear any mask. All you put on the mask and they go
Guru,
on your face.
I have 20 seconds before the break.
I will call you back.
All right then. Right, goodly people, we're going to go for that break. And when we come back, we get right back inside the issue. Stay with me, like the video and share the live, all right? I'm coming back with the video from Maruga.
They talk.
You talk. Come talk with us. On the street.
919 FM.
Get interactive with the street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chai seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of our doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection we get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath. You will sweat, but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate and there will be no scent. Completely deodorize the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I don't have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they used before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual. And this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals. And if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables. But unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. All right? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer, referred to as silver gels. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use it as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine, you guys spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time when people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see you in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
Yes, man,
News brief at 3 p.m. on the Street 919 FM, courtesy Iowa Stage. Send your contributions to fundmetnt.com. The Office of the President has taken the decision to postpone this year's National Award ceremony indefinitely. According to the Office of the President, this is mainly because no list of National Award recipients has yet been received, which has compromised the ability to host the awards. Earlier this afternoon, the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Services issued an immediate yellow level alert for both Trinidad and Tobago. The Met Office has forecasted that Central and North Trinidad are expected to be most affected by the thunder showers throughout the afternoon and evening. The conditions may result in street or flash flooding and sea winds in excess of 45 kilometers per hour. In news outside of Trinidad and Tobago, United States President Donald Trump has branded the mayor of the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin, John Antaramian, as a fool and accused him of standing up for radical anarchists. The Wisconsin city saw days of violence after Jacob Blake, a black man, was shot in the back by police on August 23rd. Violence in the city forced President Trump to deploy the National Guard. And that was your 3 p.m. news brief on the Street 919 FM, courtesy Iowa Stage. Send your contributions to fundmetnt.com. Stay tuned for more news on the Street 919 FM. Our next major newscast comes up at 4 p.m. I am Jason Shields. Do have a good afternoon.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chai seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive.
Go back to the phone lines. Caller, you live.
Yes, Ms. Wells.
Yes, Guru.
I had the Minister of Health telling the people in the country, don't wear no mask. He was telling the people in the country, don't wear no mask, Mr. Dial saying. He was saying we can't have no community spread here. If we have any COVID-19, it will be individual, one or two individuals. Today we have community spread, we have clusters. It has moved from one something to about nearly 3,000, I share the last count. The amount of murders has tripled. And you put back this man as Minister of Health, this pharmacist. What is Dr. Rowley doing? You have these people, you all ain't talking about that, only talking about Kamala and Allen Roberts. They're not in government, you know. They're not spending $45 billion a year, you know. It's the PNM. You put a man, you're taking people with no experience, ain't nothing about government and making them minister, this and minister, and put them on the top position in this country. Look at the Attorney General. You never win a case for 5 years, 20-something matters, he get a court and all he lost. He passed a piece of legislation Friday gone. The legislation is incomplete. After that, they sent it to the president. Now he come in and fixing it as he go along, saying what are the regulations, what are the regulations. Why you didn't carry all of that when you went to the parliament with the legislation? All kind of foolishness they're doing, and all you ain't talking about that, Aisha Wells. Only don't know where Kamala is there.
But how you just always throw me in the phrase, so boy?
Because you talk to Skippy and you talk to Annie Roberts.
But if I decide to talk to two of my former colleagues at another place, Guru.
You comment to put the narrative into like UNC is in power.
No, I did not do no such thing at all.
I am saying that Dr. Rowley is putting people in position in this country to lead this country that are not experienced, that have that ridiculous to put a man like Terezi and saying, you just had 5 years of foolishness, you put him back again as Minister of Health. What is he doing in the Ministry of Health, Aisha Wells? Look at the Policeman General Hospital. When you go into casualty, you know what happens there. Everybody in the corridor on trolleys. You can't even get a bed. When the ambulance carry you inside the day, you're staying on that trolley. Right through the ambulance person have to sit down and wait hours before they find a bed. You can't find no bed. People dying all inside. The place is in a mess, Aisha Wells. He's talking about no community spread. All kind of foolishness this man talking, and all you coming and all you concerned, all you said about that. The Minister of Finance telling you about he can see clearly now. The rain is gone. The economy has turned around. Now they're coming to tell you expect 2 years of hardship. If the economy turned around, why are you having hardship? Thousands and thousands of people have lost their jobs. The food prices have gone up exponentially in the groceries, Aisha Wells. Tax here, tax there, tax all about. And yet instead of taking look, the Minister of Education now is begging all about for computers. When Kamala was giving all the computers, Dr. Rowley said she giving computers to Duncy at First Formers. All kind of people call in and saying the laptop fall along, the step on it break up. The children using it to watch porn. They playing video games and it. That is what you all say. But now you're begging all about you're begging this businessman and this man. Give me 2, give me 3, give me 4 to get the children them. Why the hell you didn't take the money you spend on Whitehall, $50 million and buy computers for the children? That the money you spend on Milflare.
Guru. Guru.
All these millions of dollars, Aisha, that is wasted in this
Guru.
country. Yes?
You is just an angry old man, eh?
It's not a question of angry, it's facts. I'm not lying what I'm telling you. Am I lying what I'm saying? The children education is more important. The Ministry of Education has announced 66,000 children don't have laptops. They don't have access to online and learning. It's not I saying so, it's them telling you so.
Guru, and if you do a survey on how many of the parents have a 55-inch flat screen TV on the wall, you may be surprised to see it's 67,000. Instead of going by courts and taking out a computer for the children, they take out a 65-inch television set and then want who to find laptop and computer. Me?
That is not the point. The point is that the UNC started an initiative for 5 years. They give for 1 children laptops. Every year they give out 18,000, 19,000 laptops. They come in and say they're done with that. They put in 15 in school. Now the children since March can't go to school. How the hell they accessing the laptops? And now the minister, if it was not important, why is the minister begging all about for laptops now? Why people in Karapo collecting money chirp to buy 12 laptops and coming on television and boasting they buy 12 laptops and they're looking to pick up more money to buy more? If it was not important, put the citizens of the country first. To hell with your $20 million house in Tobago. You live in Tobago, it's good, you could stay at some hotel. You're going to spend $50 million on because you write some kind of foolishness talking about from Mason Hall to Whitehall. You have to go and live in Whitehall. You have to spend $50 million there. You have to go on Millflare and Saltmire Castle. Who is going Millflare? Who is going Saltmire Castle? Why are you wasting the money like that and you're not providing the laptops for the children? Eh? You're going to put back VAT on the 15 to 7,000 food items. People, and you don't have a grocery now, Aisha Wells, pride in itself. You know what is pride in itself on? That they're selling half pound of sugar, half pound of rice, and half pound of flour. That's their claim to fame. That they're selling half pound. Imagine you selling half pound of sugar, half pound of rice, and that's your claim to fame. And people flocking in your grocery. That's to tell you the state of what's going on in the country, where people catching the aunt, uncle, and then...
Guru, let me take some more calls. I want to say this, because everybody know that I am a giving person, especially through my foundation, the Aisha Wells Center. We just be begging people all over the world to assist children in some of these depressed areas with supplies for back to school. I've done it for years, 13 years. This year we have a back to school drive, but we had to cut short the back to school drive and focus on a tablet drive. I want to say good afternoon to Mr. Jules. Mr. Jules donated $1,000 to the Aisha Wells Center, and it helped 3 children get some tablets because there is a company that is giving us the tablets at wholesale prices to give to the children. There are people donating to the center $400 or so, getting a child a tablet, right? We've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. Lo and behold, part of the screening process for a child to get through from the center to get a tablet is that we do a inspection of the home to make sure it's equipped for the tablet, meaning that there's a safe place the child could study and there's access to internet. So you can't just message my page and ask for a tablet. There is a process that goes into it. Well, I would be surprised to tell all you, going on a screening last week to get a tablet for a child, I was quite surprised. From the time I reached the front door, Trinidad and Tobago, I kid you not, I was blinded by a 65-inch flat screen TV on the people wall. Now, I don't have a 65-inch flat screen TV, and I don't jealous nobody that have one. Maybe it's not my priority to have my wall covered with a TV. Maybe my priorities may be the fact that I have 3 children and I know all 3 of them have to do online school to invest in 2 tablets and a computer. Lo and behold, they in my inbox asking for a tablet to send the child to school, but on their wall was a 65-inch flat screen TV. Now I had to have a whole different conversation with our family because clearly their priorities were in the wrong place. Did you need a 65-inch flat screen TV on your wall? Couldn't you have settled for a 40-inch flat screen TV and then take the remainder of the money to buy a tablet? That way you had both. I had to have a whole different conversation with the family now because it moved away from me giving a tablet to this family to try to get them to understand their priorities. And I think that may be the case in some of these families. I hear you. 65,000 people need tablets and laptops for school, but clearly their priorities is not in the right place, some of them. Are they in need? Do they need it? Was it necessary to have a 65-inch TV and your child don't have any computer or laptop for school? Couldn't you have settled for a 32-inch TV and make sure that there is a computer in the home for the child to learn? And these are some of the situations that we have to deal with daily. I am not bashing any family. Don't get me wrong. I just beg day and night to get these children what they need. And it's not for me because my children properly comfortable and they have. My priorities is never mixed up when it comes to them. I would leave myself undone for them. But I go out on a limb for others people's children because I know what it is not to have. And I also know what it is to be given the opportunity to prove myself. Hence the reason I am on radio today. I was given the opportunity to do so from Gladiator when I had no experience. Long and short of the story is you're always in a position to give somebody a break. But once I go to some of these homes and the parents' fingernails longer than mine, watch my fingernails. You think I can't afford it to wear my fingernails long every week? But why would I do that? Some of these parents' fingernails long, eyelashes longer than mine, big gold chain on the neck, big gold earring in the ears, and they in your inbox asking for a hamper. I see it through the center every single day. I don't bash people because of their circumstances, but sometimes you can know the situation and know they off. You see the situation and you know they off, Guru. So I am saying further investigating some of these 65,000 people that don't have. You may be surprised to know they have a lot more, but they just did not want to invest in something that could have benefited their child. But I'm going to take a few more calls. That don't mean all they shouldn't donate to the center, by the way, to help children who really need it. Because I really have children that in need. Just saying. Caller, you live. I'm not hearing you at all. You're very soft. Hold on, let me see if I can get you now. Hold on. I'm not hearing you at all, caller. Call me back on another line. Let me see if this line is working. Caller, you live?
Yeah. Good afternoon to you, Aisha.
Hey, how you doing, Kingsley?
I'm okay. So, Guru is a miserable old man. Aisha was?
Yes, man, he miserable bad.
Guru is an old man. And a poor person mustn't have a 65 TV. Aisha, well, you went and see that TV and come on yourself. So because a poor woman have a 65 TV in her house, you mustn't give her child a laptop, Aisha. That's what you are telling the public. Aisha, all that 5 minutes there after a Guru you take, it was to defend the PNM.
How am I defending the PNM if I talking about my own experience, what I see, Kingsley?
Aisha Wells, you come on the Catania yourself. I have a 65-inch TV in my house, Aisha Wells, and I'm a poor man.
Kingsley, which part are you poor? Which part are you poor? Where?
I live from paycheck to paycheck. Aisha Wells, paycheck to paycheck, and I have a job. Aisha Wells, I have a job. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I live from. So when you go by a poor person must hide the TV. They must round for the bed. They must buy a small black and white TV and peanuts for you to give them a laptop. People shouldn't give them nothing then.
So Kingsley, 1 minute. I should be going around the country, around the world, begging people to donate tablets to parents who prefer to take the money and buy a 65-inch screen TV?
How you know that TV wasn't given to her? How you know somebody didn't buy a
Okay,
TV?
and if the TV was given to her, she could have sold the TV, bought a lesser inch TV, and take the remainder of the money and buy a tablet or a laptop if she wanted to.
What we vote Dr. Oli for? The college country foolish and people aims and who talking people nippers and who pushing finger in bottom. Actually, what we vote Dr. Oli for? If you have a problem with the government giving our children laptop, and that is it, why all your PNM against children in this country? Or you want to charge children all?
First of all, let me stop you right there. I am not against any children, number one, and number two, I am not a PNM. Number three, Kingsley, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Well, you are wrong, Aisha Wells. You are wrong, and your PN government are wrong. You are to stop. You are to talk for stop. Right? So you are telling me, Aisha Wells, that we who have no money, who can buy a laptop, have to buy it. So what we vote Dr. Rowley for? What we vote, why the minister not just, and I tell the country, all now this talk wasn't going on if Kamala was there. Each and every single child with a laptop country, Aisha Wells, and that what Oleka take. Aisha Wells, you because one Dr. Rowley to hear you is sounding good.
First of all, Kingsley, if I want him to hear me, I pick up my phone and call him. His number never changed. That's one. And two, I just always talk my mind. Do not give me that. Don't give me that. I just always talk my mind and I just talk the truth.
It's not Avner Singh. He didn't answer the phone. I shall say that Avner Singh is not the former candidate who lost St. Augustine by 8,000 votes. She lost there. You tell that Indian is not an Indian. He is a black woman. And once black people call Dr. Odi, are you an activist, a caller? He didn't answer the phone. If it was Avner Singh, if it was the minister at works, Roland, if it was Stuart Young, oh my God, I tell you wife, leave the phone. I come in for that phone. If you was there, because I know that Stuart Young no more than your wife, where he has me. Oh my gosh. I said before I go, yes, Stuart, I seen it. And I said, how you could be supporting a bill? And I call on the children authorities. I call how the government of the day could go in parliament to make a bill to charge children. It's not right. Nowhere in the country you will see a government going to parliament to charge little children in this country. How you could allow this? How you could come even to defend Dr. Kit Rowdy and his government and to attack 8-year-old child? Like child labor. We need the church authorities. Where is the people to defend the children of our country? You are telling me the police today have to run down an 8-year-old child? If the police passing in our community and see an 8-year-old child without a mask, they jump out the jeep, the guns, come here, mask. This is the law we are passing. And AG, use the IMS as authority. They say, their wife is a IMS. You are telling family who have the Hilux and the vehicle. I'm a family of 4. I storm for the last 2 days. Me go nowhere. I have a pool in my yard. Me and my family come outside, we clear on the pool. Now me go back inside, we cook, So the evening come now, and my family say, well, let us go for some ice cream. Faris is telling us, you leave home, you and the family ain't leave home for the last 2 days. Faris is telling we, this country, that you live with your family, you and your family now living at your house. You have to put on your mask in your house. Because every month in a yard, they can be charged $1,000 down to your 8-year-old child. I said, that bill is to tax the people for Faris to get more.
Kingsley, listen off here. First of all, I'm going to correct you on several things. You said, yeah. You say. You had a lot to say and I allowed you to say it. Well, let me say it now. Yeah, because we can't talk together. You unable to reason while we're on the phone together. So I'll do it now that you're off here. Kingsley, I am not judging anyone. Okay? I don't ever judge people. I understand sometimes you just be up and then the next time you just be down. I have been there. But one thing I do understand is when your priorities are in order, you do what you have to do to make sure that your kids get what they need. So if I was gifted a 65-inch TV, here's what I would do. I would put it up for sale. And for the money I get for the 65-inch, I may buy a 40-inch TV and take the balance and buy either a tablet or a laptop or a desktop so my child can have their studies. That way we're watching TV on a 40-inch and they're able to do their studies. It's called learning to hustle. Mothers know how to do that quite well. Sometimes we don't know where we're cooking for the day. And the children end up with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we have a little stash pour away for tomorrow. Kingsley, you grew up in a family with strong women, so you are quite sure of what I am speaking of. But to tell me that you're begging all over the place for a laptop and a tablet and there's a 65-inch screen TV on your wall tells me that your priorities may not be in the right place. And I am within my right to properly advise you if I like you. Like, listen, Gil, John, Jean, Joe, it doesn't make sense you hold on to this 65-inch TV. See if you get it sell. Buy a cheaper one. Get a smaller inch. Organize yourself and make sure your child has your things. Yeah? That is the type of advice I will give people because I like them and I real. But you cannot tell me that I cannot judge people based on sometimes what they had. As I said to you, I could afford to wear my nails long like bird claws. But I don't do it because sometimes priorities of something else may be more important. I don't always be on time with my bills. I try my best to balance and to manage in order to get by. It's called cut and contrive. And where we from, we know how to do that quite well. But you can't be rocking the latest every time I see you and you're on our inbox looking for a hamper. It's not adding up. And we have to get our people out of that mindset. Shake up out of that mindset. I am not going to tell you it any other how. If I like you, I'm going to be real with you, and I like people. There is few people I don't like. And if I don't like it, it is no. So I am going to be real with people about that, Kingsley. Straight. I am tired of our people having to be begging, cap in hand all over the place. Sometimes it's called sacrifice. So you can't get vexed with me for giving them that type of advice. You can't get vexed with me and you keep asking me what is the role of Dr. Rowley if not to give your children laptops. The role and the responsibilities of the government are as follows. To protect the lives of the citizenry in the country, to govern and manage the affairs of the country, to prepare proper health care and education, etc., etc., etc. But every other thing onus is on the citizens that live here. How come some families that are not culturally inclined as us, and I'm using the word culture, culturally inclined as us, just make sure and sell the bhaji and the pumpkin, and all the children go into medical school and to law school? Some of them, their parents and their grandparents, when you hear their story, they don't know the name in Leon Lights if they see it. They can't sign the name on a document if they see it, but the children is doctors and lawyers today do. But they ain't go tell me and you that. They go tell us to go and ask this one and ask that one and depend on this one and depend on that one. And I just tired of that syndrome. I tired of doing that. I have been there. You had to depend on this one. You had to depend on that one. I'm not doing that anymore. Hence the reason why I tell everybody where to get off pretty quickly. Especially where politics is concerned. Because I refuse to kiss anybody, you know what, in order to make it. So I let you go your way and I start from scratch. But at the end of the day, it is higher pride. You have to have some kind of pride about yourself. You have to. Because people are always going to take advantage of you. They think that they could string you along, they could tote you along, and as soon as they can't tote you and they can't string you, they have the worst to say about you. Our people need to stop that foolishness. We have to invest in our children's education, and if it had to touch some of our pockets, then that is what had to happen for it to happen that way. That's one. The other thing I wanted to check you on is this thing involving the mask. Kingsley, at first I was worried about the children being thing with the 8-year-old and all of that drama. But today I in tongue. And a mother properly mask up, she and her son and her little daughter dragging the hand going along Independence Square, no mask. Some of us overdoing it, so you can't tell me it was absolutely necessary for her to bring that little child in tongue today with no mask. Some of us just don't know responsibility, Kingsley, and the only way we get responsibility is when we ribs touching. Is when you're put in a position to have to do it. You're a Trinidadian, you live in here. We don't care. We don't care about anything. Nothing at all. We just care about nothing. We just don't care. And the only time we care is if they touch in my pocket or you interfere with Carnival. Sometimes you had to shake them up. You had to be strong in order to get Trinis to move. They don't care what happened. You don't live here, what? Tongue could be burning down with this jam still, so you had to get them in a position for them to... I don't believe the fines may stay there forever. But as soon as they realize that the population is channeled into doing what they had to do, they may ease us up. But for now, some of them don't care what they do. What you do, they're still doing what they want to do. And the ones who doing what they want to do is what have us in this position today. Because we won't fine before, we won't charge before, and they still wasn't wearing the mask. Guess what? They fining we and they charging we and they still in town today with their children with no mask on. Now you tell me, Kingsley, what do Trinidadians and Tobagonians want? What do we want? We don't want nothing. We just want to do what we want. So in order to do what we want, there are going to be consequences now. The consequences of doing what you want is you are going to be fined. And once you put it and you hit them where it hurts, they're going to fall in line. That is basically how you had to deal with her, Trini. And if you live in here and you don't understand that, then something wrong with you. Caller, you live. Let me see if I could get you now. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Loud and clear, yeah. You see, what is happening is that Dr. Rowley and them, Paris Alawi and them, the minister of health, they try to persuade people. They talk. Trinidadians don't listen. Very disobedient, very lawless. I listen to Kingsley and I listen to Long Circular. And these two people are sickening. But let me tell them before. They now started talking because it's not a month yet since the election come and pass. And they are 5 long years ago. And let me tell them, the engine is going to run cold. It's going to run cold. It's going to smash part of the way. Because they're going to forget to put oil in it. And it's going to smash. Because you know why? It is no start. It's no begin. And here the kind of thing. Look, tell Long Circular the money that you're talking about, Dr. Olivier, on the White House, it's there. Ask him what Kamala do with his $500 million, $400 million water treatment plant. $400 million about life sport. They can't give a concrete. Dr. Rowley could still give a con for all the buildings they built. That's where the money went, all the buildings there. You have proof, you have the paper, you have everything. Tell Kamala, bring the papers on them. Where our money gone, $500 million, cutting note, did not return back to the central bank. Let them don't talk. And if you could have 65-inch TV to put on your house, on the wall, but you in a movie or what? You in a theater or what? You have a big screen? Buy what you want. You see that go for the wants and not the need. You need a little 32-inch TV. Well, let's say a 40-inch TV. That's a 40-inch TV is still a big TV. Where you want to see? You want to go in the TV too or what? And these are the things. And the charge that the Attorney General put on, it's not for the children, it's for the parents, the stubborn parents, the evil and wicked parents who will do it willfully send children outside. Them will have to pay. Not the children. The children can't pay. The children not working nowhere. It goes to the parents. They will have to pay. Let them understand the law. You understand? And I'll get sick. And to me, I just sometimes you give them too much of a long play. Because I find things that disrespect you, Long Circular is disrespect you too much. And with me, I'll cut them one time. Have a best day.
Thank you so much, my dear. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live. Caller, you live.
Hi, Chavez.
Yes?
The British government is giving laptops to all the children who go into school in England. The Grenada government, the St. Lucian government giving laptops to the children to study online. What is wrong with Trinidad and Tobago? It was going on before. It was no pound on a crong. It wasn't bankrupting the country. Why did the Dr. Rowley stop it? And now that be begging all about. Look how much thousands of people lost their job and they put in laptops now on the book list. 4,000 for a laptop. You have any poor ordinary person working for minimum wage could buy a laptop for the children for $4,000? They can't buy the booklets and the uniform. Only you don't want to blame the government for nothing. Nothing. The government mustn't. Only to go in the cabinet and recuse themselves. 94 times Alwari and Stuart Young recuse themselves. Why do you think they're recusing them? Because conflict of interest. Why do you think there's conflict of interest? Because your friends and family and associates who get in contract and millions of dollars. You only go to school? Well, only taking the PLM free education and see what is going on in the country. Every time I'm Ron Sinanan has to pass build a piece of road or change the course of a river, he has to go through his land. And when he passed through his land, the government had to buy land from him. All you've seen what's going on is the front bench of the BNN and cabinet, is they making all the money, all the millions going to them, and the poor people in there who running out and vote every day, every year, and pay them till they're dead, all of this pay them till they're dead, and all the insurance ain't getting nothing. They thieving out the money, you ain't seen that, Aisha Wes? You go tell me 2 ministers, 2 senior government ministers had to recuse themselves 94 times? 94? Because of conflict of interest? And all you have no problem with that? Well, look, all you the PNM give you free education and all you use it or what?
All right, so let me read some comments from those of you on YouTube. Ranks is saying, bless. Eden Thomas says, Aisha, you are not on Facebook yet. Good afternoon, Queen. I'm on now. Mosai Robinson says, me too. I am ready for Christmas and be done with 2020. Yeah, I playing some parang coming down this week here. I am done. Agnes Rhodes says, Aisha was listening to you as usual. While Florence Wells says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Florence. Some dude 1979 on YouTube says, good afternoon, Aisha. Hope all is well. While Joseph Allen says, hi. Jennifer Julian says, that is the work of the devil by Mr. Roberts. Famous Us says, good day, infidels. Nick Star says, good afternoon, Miss Wells. Can you and your management fix the live streams issues, especially on YouTube? Some of us are not in TNT and Facebook, and we rely on this medium to listen to you. Thanks in advance. We're definitely going to check that out. Yeah? Willis Peter says, good afternoon. Only members of the parliament could move Kamala. The majority could go on the president, say they no longer support Kamala. Let me see what else you guys are saying on YouTube. And so far, 177 viewers on YouTube. Alicia Allman is saying, long circular, stop toting feelings. Elections is over. Albert Montano says, no way these things could change. Some dude says Kingsley has a big house, a big screen TV, a swimming pool, and he going out and buy ice cream with his family. And talking about he poor. I had time with Kingsley. Kingsley can't fool me, forget I know where he live in. Let me see what you guys are saying on our WhatsApp.
Yeah, Mr. Long Circular. Well, I'm Junior Long Circular. I'm from Bellevue. I just a fella who ain't really have no big high education, me not no big scholar or nothing. But I have common sense. And I could say it as it is. Fear is fear. I hear you mentioning about people losing their work and the economy and this and that and rah. If the financial minister say the economy, things looking, you can see clearly now. Look when that was about 2 years ago. Right? 2 years fast forward, COVID-19. Economies all over the world crashing. Everybody's seeing the same pressure. Show me which country in the world telling you right now, brighter days ahead, things looking good, economy booming. It ain't no country in the world right now saying that, no government in the world saying that right now. All you have an issue with this finance minister saying that. Show me which country in the world right now that operating to the best of its ability, operating with maximum efficiency. It's a none. Right now, everybody going through the same struggle. And you come to point finger at this government. What you trying to tell me is if the UNC was in power, they would have done things differently. The economy would have been booming. That you trying to tell me, Long Circular? I know. To me, it ain't making sense.
Aisha Wells, good day. If Kamala Prasad, the Sasa government give out so many laptops in the time, where are the laptops now? Not a China laptop to show from that area. That's just showing the laptop was no good. Glory for his stupid self. He grieving over what he get in government. He grieving. He had to stay there and grieve with his dotish, ignorant, frustrated self. No, the laptop wasn't good. Aisha, Kingsley are big guns because they come out again, laptops already. The government now is saying we'll get laptops to get China them. Kingsley are big guns, he talking like if he's in India and I want to tell me dotish.
Wells, Trinidad and Tobago, good afternoon. The proliferation of foolishness and fools in Trinidad is amazing. And that's why some people will continue to live from paycheck to paycheck. Because if you could live from paycheck to paycheck and still find it okay to have a 65-inch television in your house and not have a tablet for your child, it explains the level of folly in which we have to deal with each day.
All right, somebody saying, Aisha, why do you tolerate him and he talks so much stupidness? Tell Kingsley to donate 1 laptop and we will invest in an English class for him. No, I have asked Kingsley to donate to the drive. He is not donating. He doesn't care. Kingsley just doesn't care.
Aisha, I just be shame to say I was a Trinidadian sometime, you know. People, men like Kingsley and Guru, these people has make me feel shame to be a Trinidadian, you know. In the land of free education, boy. In a land of free education, you hear the level of intelligence these people have. Kamala, the UNT was giving out laptops. $2,100 per unit. That's the price of a laptop. That was the price of the laptop. $2,100 per unit. You go court and see the kind of laptop you getting for $2,100 compared to what the kids was getting. And these people okay with that? You getting some old model laptop. You okay with that for $2,100? That is not UNC money, you know. That is the population of Trinidad and Tobago money. The tax-paying citizens' money. When you have to go to work and give up all kind of hours in the morning to go to work and you have to pay taxes to help run your country, you want to make sure if the government giving incentives and giving things to the people, you want to make sure your money is well spent. That is pure robbery. That is pure robbery. I in New York, and my son get a laptop from his school. He get a laptop from his school. It isn't free, because he has to return it back when school open back. You have to return back the laptop. Aisha, if you see the laptop, a proper laptop, not that what Kamala was given for $2,100 per unit, and talking about the education system wasn't even designed. This is the problem with Trinidad and Tobago. We always run to give a whole set of free things, and we don't put the infrastructure in place first. We run and we give free healthcare to all, but yet we didn't take time to build proper hospitals. We didn't take time to build proper state-of-the-art hospital. So when you do decide to put free healthcare for all, it is a healthcare that people can enjoy. Look at our schools. We have free education, but look at the conditions of our schools. Our schools, some of them in a mess. It looks like shantytown. Look at the hospitals. Come on. Men like Kingsley and these people should be ashamed of themselves. I just feel shame so bad sometimes to say I'm a Trinidadian. I just feel ashamed to say I'm a Trinidadian. Just by listening to these people and the way they speak and wow, I just be so upset, You are man like Anna Robert, 420 million life support take, and not a child have a certificate, a degree, or a diploma. Not a child have one of that. I'm sure the government could do that $420 million right now. And he talking about the Ministry of Education begging corporate Trinidad, the business sector benefits a lot from government incentives. They benefit the most. So nothing wrong if they ask corporate Trinidad for assistance. Nothing wrong with that. Because the business class takes a lot from this country. So nothing wrong with that.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Guru, you have 5 more years to gripe. 5 more years, and you have that black man in your face for 5 more years to gripe. Take that in the crow. Hi. Hi, Aisha. Well said. Well said.
Good afternoon, Aisha Wells. I want to say happy birthday to my cousin Jisrael from Israel River. Today his birthday, and also to Romel Canines from Santa Cruz celebrating his birthday out of Macy's. And the program is hot today. I'm enjoying it. You talk your mind. Get them it, jam them. Yeah. You could do it some parang in truth. I don't know why you didn't start the parang vibes in truth. Yeah. Start the parang now. Let me hear some parang. Because remember, other stations started already. I think Sweet 100 started Christmas vibes, I think. Yeah. So let me hear some parang in truth. Yeah. Let me start the thing early. You don't know.
Aisha. Wrong circular. UNC lost the election. Stop grieving. You have 5 years to grieve. If you continue grieving and better so, you're not short the last 5 years. You and Kingsley, stop it.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Yes, I like what you're saying to Kingsley, because like Kingsley feel like every time something happen in Trinidad and Tobago, because PNM Dr. Rowley is running the show, running things here, right? Because Dr. Rowley government is PNM. Every time something happen, Dr. Rowley have to be responsible for people, children, right? Everybody have to learn to get up and do something. And what about those, the mothers who going out every Friday and zesting? And plus, they have to buy for the Zessa man. They have to buy things for the Zessa man. I know people who goes out to party and Sunday they're scraping up to get something for the children to eat. Over the weekend, the party and the kids have nothing to eat. Mother, father, outside man, boyfriend. That is the new norms. And every time, yet still every time something happen, he wants to blame Dr. Rowley. Yes, Dr. Rowley is running the government. Yes, at some times Dr. Rowley will help, the Rowley government will help when they could. But not everything you all have to put on the government. Not everything. Look at in America right now. You know, a lot of people haven't gotten grants. Do you all know that? A lot of people haven't gotten the same grant what we're complaining about here. But if we could get up and do something and help ourselves, we have to do it. We have to cut and contrive. And I like how you're telling him that. The big screen TV what we have, yes, sell it. It have things in our house we could sell and get things for our children. Good work, Aisha. Yeah, now, Aisha, I have two grandsons when they were going to secondary school, and they got 2 laptops. Yeah, they went to the same school, and the 2 laptops that I got never worked. Never worked. They came home with the laptop. When they put it on, the laptop not even coming on. We took it back to the school. You know what the school tell us? We have to fix the laptop. And the person who was in charge of the laptops carry us around in our room. Laptops high, almost to reach the ceiling. What people bring back, what not good. They have time, they don't leave school. Those big men now. And they never get to use those laptops. None of those laptops were good. And they knows that. Kamala know that. I don't know where these people get these laptops, but none wasn't good.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for staying with us. Let me take off my mask now. So for those of you who viewing on the stream, you realize that I started to mask up and sanitize up. It's because a sponsor came in the studio. Of course, he cleared with security and allowed them to bring him upstairs. He wanted to donate $1,000 to get two laptops, for 2 children to go to school. He wants to remain anonymous, but he came upstairs a short while ago and he wanted to donate it because, according to him, he was pleased with my screening methods. Meaning I was going to make sure that the children that needed the tablets were the ones that were getting it, and not just giving it to people whose parental priorities were mixed up. So I want to thank Mr. Anonymous for the $1,000 he just donated to watch 2 children getting 2 tablets. I want to tell you that those tablets will in fact change the life of the child that it is going to. And I want to thank you and your family again for believing in the cause. Yeah, so hence the reason why I masked up a short while ago. But I'm back, yeah? Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm coming back to the phone lines. Let me just play a little bit more voice notes.
Aisha, the last time the UNC gave out laptops is a UNC minister son get the contract, eh?
Aisha, this is Mr. Pinal. Well, let me apologize for the illiterate savage thing. That was a bit strong, even for these callers. Aisha, the poor people always suffer the most when there is scarcity. Now, you may have gone to somebody's house who messaged you for a tablet and seen, you know, the usual kind of rip-off people try to pull on those who give. That person might not have been deserving, but that does not mean that there are not tens of thousands of people out here who are suffering. Because when things get scarce, the rich people still have the thing in place. The middle-level people, they could manage. But the poor people suffer. And many of them will not get a free laptop because you and none of the other businessmen will be able to reach them. And they will just have to do without. And that, if they had been given laptops as opposed to the money being...
Penal, I think you weren't finished with your voice note, so please resend.
You know, Ms. Wells, I try to understand, right? If the country is so bad and so things are so hard and things are so rough and things are so... Why Guru and men like Kingsley that pushes that mentality? Why do they leave this country? Why do they apply to be in asylum with some other country? Or, you know, let's get out now. I mean, it's sickening to hear the levels that these fellas are pushing on a daily basis. You understand what I'm saying? It's a real shame when these fellas can glamorize the amount of infected people with COVID. Ms. Wells, whether it's 1, whether it's 100 deaths from this thing locally, Ms. Felix, there's 100 families affected. It's not PNM and UNC that. Man, shame on all your way. And Ms. Wells, since you're on the issue of free laptops that some cars seem to let go from the last administration, I wonder if Guru Kingsley, the contractor or the person, or what was the price that the taxpayers pay for those machines? Well, you mustn't just come and say we get free laptops, you know? Like the wastage with SIS contracts, like the wastage with the highway interchange, like the wastage with the highway, you know? Although they come out and talk about what the government gave out free, come out and talk about the figures that were paid by the taxpayers for these goods and services. That to me is a more meaningful discussion. I look to understand.
Yeah, Aisha, you make a good point concerning people with big 60-inch flat screen TV on the wall. But some people have TV since before the COVID-19 and since before the hardship coming, you know. So having a TV and say that they ain't suffering, you know.
Caller, you live?
Good day, Aisha.
Hi, good day to you.
I'm totally chilling. Aisha, there's so much I think I want to talk about. Since 1 o'clock I holding on. Since 1 o'clock I'm calling. And your show starts at 2. Aisha, I listen to everybody. And that last voice not yet play there. Some people are there for screen here, sir. Some people are there for screen. When the colony orange and the was at this and the all kind of when boxing was throwing. Then we have a pandemic now. Hardship there. Probably you will see in the future. And listen to only dance on them, you know. All the calling Kingsley name and long circle, them call my own now. Because I don't want to make this show. This Aisha Wells program, everything is long circle. We could have 2 long circle and endorse everything you said. So we look at it now. Wait a minute forward. If it is that Kamala, some ministers don't not get a contract. Or one of the ministers hangs, don't get the contract to bring me laptop now. Or they should have the son. Get the contract now. Just somebody for the pay have the contract. Or we people don't tell one another. Because long set of shit and I'm not in power. Other people are the flat skin years and church. Other people know the poor and how they were brought up, and even by chance they take out of my 40 years now. Sometimes they try their best to take care. They want nothing mash up. But they know how hard they work, whether it's the PEP, the URP, whether it's going to see my old people. And, you know, the kind of nature in the television, sometimes they all have. I don't put that screening, but I don't put clothes. I tell them money and they beat them. It's them to big water tank when they see when they go to the party, like my own. I didn't go on my job, and I buy 2 water tank. And when I went by West to buy a laptop for my son, I see a TV I don't know about $350. But the laptop is $4,150. So I buy it and that was TV for 45. A 55 inch.
Anderson, I have exactly 40 seconds before the break come on. The news is coming up.
Taking the 40 seconds. So somebody, what is the way forward? That will see somebody have a flat screen as the minister said in the voice, so that will say that they ain't suffering. The point is, it's time to get them all laptop. And it wasn't working too good. They working all day, something work at all. I don't do better as a Negro person. The word I want to call on, I don't do better as a Negro person. And show them, show them drink them. Let me back. For the children. That's what I do. Don't study what I'm do. And children can't vote. Children cannot vote.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street, 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the manager.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of a doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, you see here people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection I get with this. But of course,
For On the Street in 919 FM, courtesy TN Tech, the power to make it work. In the headlines, new law term opening to be totally virtual this year. This year's National Awards ceremony has been postponed indefinitely, and in news overseas, the U.S. president accuses the mayor of Kenosha, Wisconsin, of standing up for radical anarchists. With the details, I am Jason Shields. The opening of the new law term will be on September 17th, and this year it will be totally virtual, in keeping with the judiciary's COVID-19 protocols. The opening of the law term has traditionally been an event with a lot of pomp and ceremony, including a religious service at the Trinity Cathedral in Port of Spain and a procession of judges and members of the legal fraternity in their full legal attire, from the cathedral to the nearby Hall of Justice. This year's opening will include no procession, and the Chief Justice, Ivor Archie, will deliver his address virtually. The opening of the law term is the latest event in recent days that had to be altered or foregone because of COVID-19 after the ceremonial opening of Parliament on August 28th and the Independence Day Parade on Monday. The 2020 National Awards ceremony has been indefinitely postponed. A release from the Office of the President has stated that it had not received a list of persons selected to receive awards this year, which has compromised the ability to host the awards to a usual standard on September 24th. The statement highlighted that COVID-19 has also influenced the decision, as social distancing will necessarily shrink the guest list to a negligible number. The usual venue, the National Academy for the Performing Arts, is also being used as a step-down facility for COVID-19 patients. In other news, the Trinidad and Tobago Meteorological Services earlier this afternoon issued a yellow level alert, as both Trinidad and Tobago are expected to experience thunder showers throughout the afternoon and evening. Central and northern Trinidad are expected to be most affected by the high potential for the development of heavy to intense showers, which can result in street or flash flooding. The Met Office said that winds may gust in excess of 45 kilometers per hour in the areas of thunder showers. Finally, in news overseas, the United States President Donald Trump has branded the mayor of the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin, John Antaramian, as a fool and accused him of standing up for radical anarchists. Mr. Trump was speaking en route to the city and said that Kenosha would have been burnt to the ground by protesters had he not deployed the National Guard. The Wisconsin city saw days of violence after Jacob Blake, a black man, was shot in the back by police on August 23rd. While in the city, Mr. Trump is said to meet with police officers, but not the family of Jacob Blake. Over the weekend, the mayor said it was not a good time for Mr. Trump to visit Kenosha. And that was a look at your news to 4 p.m. right here on the street, 919 FM, courtesy TN Tech, the power to make it work. Recapping the headlines. The law term opening to be virtual this year. This year's National Award ceremony has been postponed indefinitely. And in news overseas, the United States President accuses the mayor of Kenosha, Wisconsin, of standing up for radical anarchists. Our next major newscast will come up at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. I am Jason Shields. Do have a good afternoon.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chia seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator.
right, so I'm working on it. I don't know why I'm not getting any audio. But let me see if you guys on the outside can hear me. Caller, you live?
Okay, thank you very much.
Can you hear me loud and clear on the outside?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wondering, that gentleman there is a teacher and an educator and whatnot, and that's what he did as an apology. Terribly poor excuse of an apology, I must say. And he bought his laptops because he knew very well that those free laptops were no bloody good. So that's why he bought his laptop. Nonetheless, are there any points or some sort of a rating for when this person calls in? The one who didn't get any snacks when he was small. What's his name? He was begging to share the snacks and so on.
Oh, Kingsley.
Yes, begging the children to share the snacks because clearly, whatever it is, to me, because he didn't get snacks when he was small, they didn't share snacks with him.
Well, I'm analyzing a lot of stuff may have went on when he was smaller. Normal people don't walk around the place crying every day.
Yes. So, is there any sort of points or so whatever it is that you get for radio time when he calls in? You get any points or any accolades or anything?
No, none of the sort.
All right. The gentleman as well who you said that is bitter and angry, he definitely is. Huh? He is. And clearly you can see that the Right Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley and his members of parliament, his ministers, stuck in him there in two places, in his craw and in his present. And that's where they will have to stay for the next 5 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my dear. All right, so I understand my audio is back, yeah? So I had to talk with Papi Spanish, and he just put back on the audio. So I'm glad you guys can hear me on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Caller, you live? Caller, you live?
Well, I want to tell you fella who say the laptops that were given out 10 years ago, all those children turn into zessers. Not all turn into zessers. For the last 10 years, watch the top children in the SEA, in the common entrance, in the O-levels, in the A-levels, and you will see the top 200 who use the computers for the purpose of which it was intended. They are not zessers. Watch all the children who surround the president every year to get the president medal. You understand? Who get the scholarships. They are not zessers. They use the laptops for the purpose of what it was intended. All who watch porn and all who fall down the step and break up, and all who use it to watch video games and their parents take it to watch pornography, those are the children now who are zessers today. So don't include all the children. The children who use the laptop for the purpose, those children in the denominational schools, those are the top children in the country. Tomorrow morning they will wake up to be doctors and lawyers and nurses and engineers. You understand? They working on CPAP or URP. Those are the children who use the laptops for the purpose of what was intended. They are not zessers. Watch and see the children who are zessers today, where they come from, and what they use the computers for. Thanks, Aisha.
Okay, so are you guys taking in the video from Maruga, what appears to be murder and tampering with evidence, showing live on our screen right now on Facebook and on YouTube? This thing is troubling. It is really, really troubling. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying. I know the video is upside down. Flip your screen. That's how it was sent to me.
Are you sure you know what I was to tell you? Those laptops cost me real money. I want Kingsley and Gru to know that. Real money to fix them laptop. Every time I try to fix an man only taking money. Till finally he tell me in the last fix, there's some PC or there's something gone in the laptop. So it didn't make no sense, better buy a new one. So then laptop was just to eat out poor people money. Let Kingsley and Gru know that.
All right, so we on YouTube. Search The Street 919 FM. The Street 919 FM. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha. Good day. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Well, here what's happening. I'll just jump in here and I hear people mention about the laptops. Well, I want people to understand something. Many of the folks who get good results were not really utilizing those laptops because honestly, you could not have done a search with any of those laptops because even legitimate websites would tell you that you are not allowed to search this website. Even the one what it is the teacher tells you to go and look to do your homework. I am an IT professional and the laptop was second that we got. Because within the first 3 months, my son never tried out because he had a laptop before it is they give him a laptop. Within 3 months, we had to try it by courts for them to change the hard drive because the hard drive spoiled. So those were nothing new, but they charge premium prices for second-hand devices. You understand what I'm saying? And it was not functioning properly. So it's not that people throw it down and they first. Secondly, some of the teachers could not utilize the devices. So they couldn't give and teach you in class. So until it reached the point, and my son, Frank, yes, you all don't know, he did go to a quote-unquote prestige school in Port of Spain. So the teachers and them, till it reached the point, the IT teachers say, here, what, all you know bother to bring this piece of rubbish in class now because it really can't do anything that I needed to do to show you all any demonstration. So he would use what he had for himself to show them what they need to do. So, you know, that argument about the laptops was beneficial and not too sure for who. But honestly, it didn't benefit my son whatsoever. Thank God he already had devices that he could have used. And I am certain a lot of people who had devices, that is what ended up happening. The sad thing is for those who do not and could not afford a device, suffered. And those, you know, so what Mr. Longcircular is trying to allude to about certain people becoming zesters and criminals, maybe it's because the laptops were no good and their parents could not afford to get another device because of the economical bracket that they were in. And after it is with the happiness money where certain areas only get 25 and 50 cents per person to development. What do you expect? What do you expect? You all are high.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, let's see who else is there.
Any of your kids is doctors and lawyers? Because I want you to know you have a lot of black doctors and lawyers and engineers in this country, if you don't know.
International call. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Good afternoon.
Aisha, when I listen to Guru and Kingsley, my stomach feels so sick for these guys. What I would like Guru and Kingsley to do for me, and even Anderson, the last time I said I was using alcohol in my car, that's to throw and spray on my hand. Anderson, when you come out from the stores and you touch things, to spray on your hand and wipe it. Rubbing alcohol, not the alcohol you just drink down in the back down there. Now listen, what I want Kingsley and Guru to do for me, to take up the Georgie bundle and go down to Pinal and Sipari and live for 1 year for me. And then they will come back up Port of Spain and then talk on the radio, the stupidness they're talking. I know what I'm talking about. I live down in those areas. And Kingsley and them won't make it down there for a minute. You understand? And they're only talking and said a stupidness in people's head and about people poor in Trinidad, people poor this. This is a narrative that the UNC have Kingsley and them pushing and making feel that all the black people in Trinidad are so poor and all them stupidness and making people feel like they're poor. It's all talk. Look at Carnival. Look at how people pay mass for so much money. And they're talking and say that stupidness. They're crying out people poor. That's a narrative the UNC pushing to get sees African on the side. And that's a bad thing. People supposed to wake up and smell the coffee. Do why you don't keep off the radio and misleading people all the time. A big old man like you and Kingsley, you are swimming pool. You could get your swim for ice cream and talking stupid about your poor living paycheck to paycheck. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, how you build that blasted house and have swimming pool? And people around you don't have swimming pool. They're only fooling people with this stupidness. And a lot of people following them with this nonsense. People always wake up. Listen, it's just a few Afro people who doing the nasty work for UNC, but the rest must because they vote them out and they don't want them back. You understand? But those that don't understand, they tie up their head. My brothers always wake up now, watch and look at what's going on. Look at what's going on, man. And Penal is the next one. One time I called the station and tell him, I let Otto change the skin. He started to talk garbage. They try to fool people with big intellectual talk and feel people stupid. Ah, Jesus. Aisha, lock down and listen, baby. I hold my heart. When I hear people, that's your country, people talk like that, I feel embarrassed. You know, educated people talking garbage. If the laptops was good, you think Dr. Olian would throw it in the garbage? First of all, most of the people all in the country, they don't have Wi-Fi. If you're given a laptop, make sure everybody have Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi working properly. You know, look up here in Florida. They give all the children laptop here right now just because of the COVID. Before this COVID, no children are going home with no laptop. They have an IT room. So I don't know stupidness. The long circle, I'm talking, I said that garbage. Long circle, you must have a zephyr and talking stupidness. Anyhow, I lock down and listen. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. All right, Joyce Phillip is saying, Aisha Wells, where is Mr. X? Mr. X is on an assignment. Yeah, Mr. X has been on an assignment for a while. I miss him too. Caller, you live?
That's Aisha, me again.
Yes.
I like how you say, we're here for Florida in some basement or whatever.
How you know the man in a basement, Anderson? Oh, God, man.
You know it's nothing but me. You know nothing but Anderson. Anderson, as I said earlier, will continue to help children. I hear somebody lately saying, don't get the children nothing. Children can't vote. And I want you to know this too, partner. Right? I want BLM to do better than what the UNC do. UNC not empowers on the secular set. What all you need to say is what all you will do to help a child come to school term. If you only know the laptop and I'm wasn't good, why is it? I keep asking on what you there for? No, they know what you there for one. All you just call in every day. Kingsley, really nice, really Mr. Nende, Mr. Penal, and the same long circuit. That's all the contribution every day. And someone that call the radio frequently. All you must call and name just one child or helping all the community. And I want to tell you something, Aisha. You will talk about the TV and who have TV now, somewhat that. Through Children John and Dr. Monilal, especially in Children John, we have children, and especially a young one, the poor is out of the poor. For instance, Bate have about 9 grandchildren. Daughter there live about 5. They know she did probably the 1 minute there, she managed to be cheat too much. He probably a drunkard. They just see about them grandchildren. Children Jonathan and school them grandchildren. For Bate. But Children Jonathan and school, a lot of children beat up, yes. And I want to let you know, the poor to the poorest had went off to St. Anthony's, St. Anthony's, right? You want me to go with the bus up shirt when he done came, when Children John make sure he have his books and he have this and that. I had to call on Miss John again because the grandmother just say, she just say, they come like children dead and leave how much children and who will take care of them? They pick up the snack, but don't know how much they can do. So that's a family I always look after, especially that night, together with Miss Children John. And the children went excellent. They're going very good. So when I go to ridicule Anderson, only make me more famous. Every time I only voice note, and somebody who call all the voice note, call in money to buy a card. And that one, Since you came back on the radio, Aisha, every day she had a voice note. She and a next stupid one, and have a next done senior house, who say he from Bellevue, and why is long secular junior? You can't be long secular no junior. Long secular stand for senior. And long secular is a senior. It's not junior and long secular junior Rowley. And there are plenty junior Rowley, plenty. Brooklyn, good evening. All you, when you call in the program, you leave it there. Yeah, the incidents call leave it there. All you call and say, this Aisha Welcher, how much children all your health, in all your old age, in all your old PNM time. Oh, PNM MP. And all these children going. Call and say, let's counsel for the PNM. Ask all your children need their books. If they need baths. You ever tell all you? Don't call and try to be an Anderson. I study right now. And I should have my people do, you know. So I don't get some promises, and my promises I want to fulfill. The laptop and the same iPad, and they got Sharon need these things. You know if from giving Sharon that now? Well, you should call and say, Rowley's time to get the Sharon that now. How many of these? I want to 7 years. You know, he had to get a laptop too. You want a 14 already, one. He had to get a laptop too as well. You want, who is 3? 3, I think, you know about computer, the 2 Chinese boys that might shot. You know about computer more than all of the quality. You know about computer more than me. So somebody will be to the children. If someone can help them with a laptop and an iPad, all in that form of education, all in that thing all here. That was never embedded in the all education. All in that take a licks to learn. Some all here, they say just come home, and I don't know what the parents used to do. But when we reach home, we always had homework. All and that of a show, man, instilling Kosi Martel and others. It's we family, and members of our relatives, and members of our family. Always our homework. It's never there you go come responsibility.
Thank you, Anderson.
Who you going to and tell my father that homework?
Thank you, honey. Let me take a few more. We're inside the last and final hour. Point taken. All right, so for those of you now tuning in, wondering what we're discussing priorities. You know, we were of the opinion some persons still complaining about the back to school. Children have to go, and over 65,000 kids don't have any access to online learning. And I spoke personally of my experience with a family this weekend that I went to visit because they messaged me via my Aisha Well Center page on Facebook requesting a tablet for their child's learning. And of course, I am all over Facebook and all over the world begging people to donate to the center so we can get tablets and stuff to assist the children with their online learning. But I don't just give it away. I visit the family, make sure the tablet will be safe, kept properly, that there is internet, that the child has a place to study, etc. And upon visiting this family, I had a rude awakening while I was entering the drawing room of the family's home. There was a massive 65-inch TV on the family's wall. And of course, well, my entire conversation that afternoon sort of changed from, you know, getting into that mindset and more along the lines of getting our priorities in order. You know, and some persons were for and some persons were against my stand on the issue. They felt that I was fast and out of place, not because the people have a 65-inch TV mean they're in poor, etc., etc. But I said, if it had been me, and I had a 65-inch TV, whether I bought it, paid for it on terms by court, or got it as a gift, I would have sold the 65-inch TV, probably bought a 40-inch, and with the remainder of the money, I would have gotten either a tablet or a computer for my child to learn, instead of hitting to Facebook and begging for one. So the conversation was around priorities as a people. You know, I spoke of the fact that other cultures sacrifice a whole lot in order for them to make it, and it's only us they try to feed the garbage of vote for this, I go give you this, and if you vote for me, I go give you that. A dependency syndrome that we have become so accustomed to that we need to grow out of. And one of my examples was some cultures, they sell in the market on the highway, the bhaji and the pumpkin and the bodhi, but they send their kids to law school. Some of the parents never enter a school a day in their life, but their children are in university. And it wasn't because of any government giving them anything, but because of sacrifice. And I was just saying to persons in my community that we must adopt that particular mindset. And of course, I talked about me personally. Instead of having long bird claws every week, I decided to tone down me personally and pay attention to my growing boys, of course, who would need more than one device to learn online now. And kind of put a little focus on that, along with asking for other children who aren't that fortunate. So yes, Teddy Mac, I asked them to sell their TV. There's nothing wrong in that. Sometimes you have to downgrade to upgrade. Let me give you a little joke about me, because it doesn't talk about me much. But when I was going through my hard times from 2015 to about 2018, I had to sell my car. For those of you who knew me, when I became a counselor, I brought a brand new vehicle because there was tax exemptions and all these different things. Man, I was driving up and down with my sunroof, leather seats, music, if you did see it. But when hard times hit me, I had to get rid of the car. I didn't have a car for quite some time. Traveling to get to go where I had to go. When I do decide to get a car, it wasn't the one that I had. It was a Tida. It was a little beat up old thing. But it was getting me from point A to point B. And it was getting my children to school. Because I know that tough times don't last, but tough people do. And eventually I will get back to the place that I was before. After traveling in maxi and taxi, people laugh at me. Look at she, Aisha Wells, in having. She suffering. They suffering she. She bad talk this one. She bad talk that one. The government didn't go help she. They passed the mouth on me up, right, down, left and center. Mind you, all two of my children pass for their first choice. So I didn't mind the sacrifice. They get up 4:30 every morning to go and catch the bus. Some days they were late to school because we were running late, waiting on maxi and taxi. But yes, Aisha Wells did what she had to do. And after the blood, sweat, and tears in about 2019, 2020, I started to see my way. Still fighting up, but seeing my way. Long and short of the story is you have to make sacrifices in order to get things done in this particular life. I didn't go crying in hand and asking nobody for assistance. If anybody know me, know I real proud. You never see me outside no MP place or no minister place asking for any assistance. That has never been me. And if any of them say I ever come to them, they lie on me. That's just me. That's just me. And I'm not telling everybody to be like me, but I'm telling you to have a sense of pride in yourself and to invest in your children to make sure and get what you have to get. People saying, but you enable use a woman. You could get anything you want from man. Some man, you just come like you're selling your soul to them in order to get ahead. And I don't like selling my soul. So yeah, for those of you who are now tuning in, we're talking about priorities this afternoon. 38 minutes after the hour of 4 o'clock, I'll take another voice note.
Aisha, for that last person who was talking, I think it's Anderson or whatever. Everybody just help somebody in whatever way they can. If there's one thing with you, you never boast about helping people. You help people. The platform in which you hold is one that you're seeking to get assistance to people who would need. You understand? For he talking about Jerlyn John this and Jerlyn John do that, so what? So if Jerlyn John is a public official now, so we're supposed to forget all the things that she did? And say, well, all right, she helped 2 children, so what? So she can mismanage all the rest of the money and then nobody should care then. Is that what you're saying? I remember she was the chairman of AGC and chairperson of AGC, and at a point in time AGC was renting a Benz and a BMW from this same one, Kurt Wade fixing TNT. He has a car company. $50,000 was to the Benz, and the BMW was either $30,000. And they're asking Jerlene John, who does this belong to? And she couldn't even give an answer. She was like, I don't know. But you see, chairman, how you don't know who? That is public money, you know. A Mercedes Benz and another vehicle. Yes, I know what kind of car I drive, but I don't know about that. And we supposed to just take that. Everybody just helping wherever way they can. When you help people, you help it out of the goodness of your heart. You ain't helping to talk about it, but you're raising awareness so you can get assistance to help more. So Anderson and all of these people, they need to disappear for a moment.
Kevin, you not Zessa? How come you not Zessa knowing exactly what's going on in Trinidad? I see all you fully zested in Brooklyn as though all you do have COVID-19, eh? Just be careful.
You come in and talk about help. I know real gangsters who helping people too, but they're murdering people too. You understand? Dolce help real families too. You wipe out our whole family too. You come in and talk about help. You lost me with that stupid talk, eh?
Caller, you live.
Yeah. Aisha?
Yes?
Why you take an hour and a half voice note message, Aisha? Hour and a...
Because I just take your calls 10 times a show.
No. Aisha, you know why, Aisha? Because they are supporting you, right? And Aisha, I am on the phone here using my money. I'm not using free Wi-Fi or free data or by somebody's neighbor house. Different the Wi-Fi to WhatsApp voice message. I'm using my money. I pay $350 a month for my phone. Okay? $350 a month. And I have 3 phones. So check it up. Check it. It is over $1,000. I have internet also home. But I'm not using my internet to voicemail. And some of these voicemail steal more than me. And you are playing back Aisha Wells. 2 person over and over and over. A man and a girl. A man and a girl. Because you know why? They're supporting your agenda. Because me and Long Circle have you on the backbone. You don't want to take me cause.
Only have me on the backbone.
Yes, we have you on the backbone. So you're going for help. You're going for help of all this fanatics.
Me? Kingsley, but you know I just battle by myself. I don't need help.
No. You can't battle by yourself. PNM in power. You can't do it on your own. I can do it on my own. I will war all of them one by one, two, 3 by 3. Bring it on. You, Aisha Wells, you stay an hour and a half because these people who cannot make a phone call and using free Wi-Fi and taking somebody's hotspot off the data phone, you allowing these people to call in to insult me, to insult Long Circle, to insult Anderson, Aisha Wells, just because they are supporting you. Today, Aisha Wells, because you have a PNM base.
I have a PNM base?
Yes. And the base, they cannot call in. They could only voice by a whole heap of them. And this man who living in America, the school have to provide a laptop for your son or your daughter. A laptop is dog cheap in America. You live in America and can buy a laptop. Call me. I will send a laptop for you. Me, Kingsley. Go on Facebook, look for Kingsley, inbox me, and I will send a laptop for you. So no school has to come and take it back. You live in America and can buy a laptop. Today, Aisha Wells, over 90% of our mothers is going on Amazon to buy laptops in America because the laptops is dog over there. And you calling from underneath your basement. 4 jobs.
But how you know the man living in a basement?
You see? You hear what I said?
I know the man personally, Kingsley. This man does underwater deep sea diving and fix military machinery. This man is no regular man. I know him personally.
You don't know man personally.
I know the man personally. And I call him by his name and ask him if he's resting in Brooklyn. And I call him by his first name.
He talking about that Aisha Wells. Trump keeper.
Kingsley, the man can afford the things. The man just believe in sacrificing, Kingsley.
BS. You have to defend that BS, Aisha Wells. I'm not defending that BS. The other Trump keeper rally. He nomination back to be the candidate to be president. Over 60,000 people in the White House. No mask today in Brooklyn, in Long Jersey, in all these states and them. 70% of the people not wearing masks in America. 70% of people in America is not wearing masks because the leaders all in Brazil, people not wearing masks, right? So he calling from underneath the basement, right?
Kingsley, the man own his own house. Let's stop saying that.
People not call. I'm when you call and say, my teacher, my school give me my son a laptop. I'll call back. I give back that school a laptop. One time I say no.
Kingsley, the man believes in sacrificing. That is just it.
Hey, my child need a permanent laptop in my house. So if a school give me a laptop for 2 weeks, 2 months, I give them back that. I tell them.
Kingsley, not everybody rolling around in dough like you know. Not everybody rolling around in dough like you.
I'm going to donate. Aisha Wells, I'm going to donate 1 laptop for that PNM child in America. 1 laptop. 1 laptop. And I'm going to buy an expensive laptop.
Kingsley, I had to go. Thanks. I had to go. Again, let me say the views of Kingsley is not the views of the management and staff of the Street 919 FM. It is not my view. Kevin is that caller from America. Kevin does underwater deep sea diving and fix military machinery. He used to do it since in Trinidad. He migrated to the U.S., got married, have children, doing quite well. I'm not sure what he's doing in the U.S. now, but when he was working here, Kevin had the things. So to accuse Kevin of not being able to buy a laptop for his son because of what he said is unfair. However, I know Kevin, and he's a young man. He's my age. From the time I know Kevin believes in sacrificing. That is Kevin. I can tell you about Kevin. Kevin believes in sacrificing. He's not no big pimper, no big spender. What he has, he saves for a rainy day. For you to assume he can afford a laptop for his child and that he's living in a basement is absolutely wrong. Not everybody could big spend like you, Kingsley. Not everybody rolling around in dough and can hire Spanish to do the roof and people to build a pool. Not everybody like you. Some people believe in working for what they want and making sacrifices. Hence the reason of the show is sacrifices. We was talking about, Kingsley. Sacrifices, Kingsley. Caller, you live.
Aisha.
Yes.
The last time I called you, I was telling you about a girl called Cindy. Used to call you from Brooklyn.
Yes, Cindy, yes.
Cindy got tired with the COVID, girl.
So how is she?
She passed.
Cindy died?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some months now, girl.
Condolences to her family.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. Kingsley talking to me. Not your guy from Brooklyn. When Anderson Ball about a cab, let me tell you something.
Go ahead, call. I'm hearing you.
You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Up in Florida here, I will talk about the laptop that they give the children for the COVID. The laptop that they give the children now to do the schoolwork, it's a laptop that is programmed. Okay? And let Kingsley know nobody in America wants a laptop from him. Laptop cheap here. They're giving children laptop here to go home with. The laptop belongs to the school and they program all these laptops and all the kids doing. My grandson doing work on the laptop right now. You understand? It's programmed, a special program, and they have a number on it. You have to take it back to the school when all this is over. But this stupidness, Anderson talking and Kingsley talking, it's garbage. You understand? They're talking garbage. They feel like I'm talking garbage. They don't know nothing about America. They're talking garbage. Don't follow America. Everything you're following America, Kingsley, You only talking garbage and I said that's too much. You could buy a laptop for somebody and your body working paycheck to paycheck. Oh, you're fooling. You feel people stupid, you saying you're living paycheck to paycheck. But you offering to spend money to buy a laptop for somebody in America. What doses is it? You see how you make yourself a fool? Ah, Jesus Christ. Aisha, sorry for those guys. I'll lock down and listen, baby.
Thank you so much. I tell you, he's not living paycheck to paycheck. Don't get caught up with he when he call with he crying Nancy stories, you know. He's not living paycheck to paycheck. He only chaining up people to carry out his agenda. Paycheck to paycheck, who he? Not he. Anybody else but he. All right, let's see who else is there. You guys voice noting me, yeah? Let me see what you guys are saying.
Kingsley started getting up feelings like Parade, right? You killing me, yes? I put money on my phone. And I charge on my phone. Imagine, rally White House. 50,000 people today in Young Jersey.
No, don't make fun of his speech, you know. That is how he used to talk. Even as a child, he'd stammer, you know. And that is nothing to make fun of. All right, so someone is saying, please tell Kingsley it is Amazon, not Amazon. I didn't even realize he pronounced it wrong. So, Kingsley, it's Amazon, not Amazon. Yeah?
Aisha, Kingsley cannot tell you how to run your program. He damn fast and out of place.
All right, let's see who else is there.
Make sure and have your Panadol close to you, eh? Your Panadol. I don't want you to get no headache because you have two people there that give you a headache. Oh my gosh. Have your Panadol by the side. Your painkillers.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Aisha?
Yes?
I heard a name mentioned just now and I wasn't sure. Did they say Pinal is still calling to this station?
He apologized today on a voice note to us and then he was allowed to call.
No. After so long, I ain't taking that. What kind of hypocritical apology is that?
So you're not satisfied with his apology?
No, because firstly, it stayed too long. And secondly, he meant it and the apology means spit. And he showed that he calling in on this station because this is a illiterate savage station. The owner of the station is a illiterate savage as far as Mr. Pinal concerned. He should call to he quote-unquote intelligent people, not just illiterate savage station at all. And he show on this station that have him calling in, I protest him to lock off the show. And I will make a big thing up because that is that man's sick then. He could call that people illiterate savage. And he want to now come and make a 25 cents apology? No! It's not accepted, Mr. Pinal. And I'm sorry if it is you have to entertain that man, I never listen to your show again. I tell you flat, I will protest that nobody listens to your show. Because that is ridiculous to have a man calling black people and the owner of the station a literate service. That entails you alone. That is a direct offense to me. I'm not taking no half-cocked apology after a whole 2 weeks. No. And you accept that? And our voice not too? You didn't even have the common decency to call you direct? Look, listen now. I got.
Thank you so much. So, Pinal, they're still protesting you. They're protesting you, Pinal. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha.
Hi.
Hello?
Yes, caller, you live.
Yeah, Aisha, good day.
Good day.
Something wrong with Kingsley. You telling me I have 3 cell phones, paying 3 cell phone bill at the end of the month? That ain't making proper sense, you know. And you say all of them postpaid? I could be an idiot to do that. I calling you for a postpaid phone by paying 1 bill for the month. I have a prepaid phone because I the phone I normally online with. But that phone paying, you're mining that phone $10 for every 3 months or 4 months. But you telling me I paying 3 postpaid bill a month? I have to be a consummate dunce. I have to be an idiot to be doing that. There's more important things to do as an African individual with money.
Thank you, caller. I have to leave it there. So we just have a minute before the break. Let me see if I could find Pinal's voice note. They're asking me to play it back. I'm going back up. See if I can get it quickly. Is it this? Hold on. What time Pinal send that voice note, boy? If it's this.
Aisha, this is Mr. Pinal. Well, let me apologize for the illiterate savage thing. That was a bit strong, even for these callers. Aisha, the poor people always suffer the most when there is scarcity. Now, you may have gone to somebody's house who messaged you for a tablet and seen, you know, the usual kind of rip-off people try to pull.
So that was his apology, Trinidad and Tobago. You would have heard it there in the beginning, but clearly callers are not satisfied with it and they are still protesting it. I have 20 seconds before I make my way out of here. I want to thank you guys for being a part of today's show. I will be back with you tomorrow as we come with something else, something new, something hot. An official station that defends the nation, the Street 919 FM. Have a good one.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets. Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM. Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Finally, a line of baking products that caters for the gluten-free, cholesterol-free, egg-free, and dairy-free person, enriched with sesame, flax meal, and chai seeds. Also try our line of seasonings and spices that are ideal for diabetic, kidney, heart, colon, and hypertensive persons. Perfect for the whole family. Healthy O, the healthier way to go. Find it in a supermarket near you.
Hi, good day, people. This is your nutritional educator here. As you know, the whole thing is about educating people. So, you see, when you're educated, you can make better choices when coming to your health and your wellness. And this is what we're about here at Natural Solution Education. That's the first premise of our doctor. That's what it means, is to educate people so they can make better choices. Now, today what we want to show you, we spoke about having what we call our essential immune protectors and immune enhancers. This is what we're going to be sharing with you today. Right? Now, we're going to start by the OxyLife. You've heard us mention this already. Now, the OxyLife is your hydrogen peroxide, and like I said before, the senior people will be quite familiar with this because this is used, as you can see here on the chart, for a number of things. Now, primarily what we're using this for is to disinfect the system. This sits on the same periodic table as bleach. What do I mean? The same ability that bleach will have to kill all viruses, bacteria, antifungal, etc. is the same protection we get with this, but of course the human body can handle this. Now with this, you're taking 3 drops 3 times a day, and this will release and expand oxygen in the system. And as we know, once oxygen in the system, body is able to heal. The medical fraternity always knew that. The thing is, the challenge is to have oxygen stable enough in a particular area in enough time to cause change. What we have is the OxyLife that will do a good job in that area. And there's a range of issues here. And by the way, this will protect you from a number of things, especially those of you suffering respiratory problems. Here we have what we call the liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is one of my favorites because this has the ability to cleanse and detoxify the blood. Under a microscope, guys, this looks the identical way to the human blood and even the platelets, because the difference is this has magnesium at its base, and of course our cells have iron at its base in its core, but it's the same thing, meaning that this will be able to help to build the blood. For those of you who have low blood count and issues in blood, this is excellent for building blood and detoxifying the body. I promise you guys, if you take this for 3 months straight, it will deodorize your body to the point where you would experience no morning breath. You will sweat, but you will get no scent, and most importantly, as I tell persons, and they laugh sometimes, you will use this and you will defecate, and there will be no scent. Completely deodorize the system. Of course, you know about our Super Silver, has become very, very famous. And I do have to mention about this much because people know the benefits of silver. As a matter of fact, silver is what they use before the advent of antibiotics. This is nature's antibiotic, people. It will kill those bacteria, those microorganisms or pathogens, we call them, without harming the immune system. So this is big time. And this is something that every household should have. You should have this in your medicine cabinet. We're talking about functional medicine here, that you can reach for this if your child scraped, they have a bruise, a cut, what have you. If you take this, you take it about 1 tablespoon twice or 3 times a day, depending on the size of the individual, and this will protect you even in this time where we have viruses going around. So this is your silver, super silver. Let's talk very quickly about these minerals. Now, we refer to this as Ormus minerals, and if you go online, you will see a lot about the power of these Ormus minerals. Now, minerals are important, as we know. We take in vitamin C, we take in fruits and vegetables, but unless you have certain minerals, the body will not be able to synthesize, it will not be able to metabolize and utilize vitamins the way it should be. All right? So this is important. So again, we have our minerals, and by the way, this includes essential minerals as well. Here we have, this is our little hand sanitizer, referred to as silver gel. And once the light hits this, the color will change, okay? And that's because it's showing these silver particles in here. You can use it as a hand sanitizer for cuts and bruises, etc. I want to share this with you in this short video. Our muscadine here spoke about this. We had literally thousands of testimonies with this powerful product before, but it was out of circulation. So we are so happy to have this now at a time that people need this. The benefits of muscadine is that it has over 100 antioxidants. Some of them are classified as proanthocyanins and some are anthocyanins. To cut a long story short, these things have different functions in the body. Diabetes, circulation, heart disease, a variety of things you can use this for, as well as protection. So we want to leave you now a natural solution. We'll see in another video soon to educate you as we do our educational drive. Alright? Blessings.
Yes, man, I eat it. I just can't trust them, enough. Like ice them frozen, like ice them frozen. Be careful of the friends you keep. They don't have no mercy, they don't have no mercy. Be careful of the friends you keep. You pull them up, them push you down, sink the ship and let you drown. When them done, them run left you and leave you standing like Daniel in the lion's den. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Say we no want them Judas around we. We're looking at we face and deny we. Happy watch we back when them around we. Them a wolf in sheep clothing around we. Them smile in your face, them a snake in the grass. Always about the mask. Always about the mask. Oh no, give me pass, yeah, yeah. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? like ice them frozen, like ice them frozen. Be careful of the friends you keep. They don't have no mercy, they don't have no mercy. Be careful of the friends you keep. You pull them up, then push you down, sink the ship and let you drown. When them done, them run left you, and leave you standing like Daniel in the lion's den. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Say we no want them Judas around we. We're looking at we face and deny we. Happy watch we back when them around we. Them a wolf in sheep clothing around we. Them smile in your face, them a snake in the grass. Always have on the mask. Always have on the mask. Who no give me pass? Yeah, yeah. Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine? Peter the Niger, after sit and break bread. So how can I just man when we come from the same vine?
I'm one fella, I want to make it very clear. I have two reasons for being extremely proud here this evening. I'm very proud to be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, but at the same time, I'm equally proud to be born in Grand Roy. So let me get it very clear. If we have anybody from Grand Roy here, look, Cousin Sparrow here. Grand Roy is a very small place. And what I'm telling you here is that in Trinidad we have a lot of problems. Some people calling themselves refugees for no reason. Going out simply because they want landed status in Canada and they want a green card, etc., so forth and so forth. And I want to tell all these people, even if we have some here tonight, that we could make it. We could make it easy if we try. I would like to hit you one slap in your mouth and spoil your sex life, you. Sasaye, you can't even talk patois, we know about Sasaye. C'est comme ça que la café non cassant? Pas de chembe bakala comme ça. Pas de chembe bakala comme ça. Hein? Oh? Vous avez témoin ça? Ah, bon Dieu Seigneur, c'est tout dame laid garçon. While these people are trying to get themselves together, I think I might as well give you a little joke and tell you that the last time all you see me, my belly was bigger than this, right? I mean, the belly is still big, but it was bigger then. No? Wasn't bigger? Well, for your information, this is not a belly. This is a tool shed. A tool shed. You understand? And not every man could grow one of these. It's only when you have the tools and you don't want it to get rusty. You build a shed over it. But the woman said to me, she says, Sparrow, it's either you get rid of the shed or you don't sleep in this bed. And she took me to a place called the golf club, telling me that if I learn to play golf, the shed gonna go. I said, well, all right, anything to please you, darling. Took me to a place there, and when I saw who was playing and what was happening, imagine a fellow named Jack Nicholas, one named Lee Trevino, another fellow named Arnold Palmer. You know who I'm talking about. I say thanks, but no thanks, darling. I don't want to play golf again. She said, why, Sparrow, why? I said, look around, can't you see? To play golf, you must have white balls. I mean, can you imagine me with two little white, can you imagine me playing golf? And you know the thing I don't like? There's a man who calls himself the pro. He seems to know everything. You could find him at every golf club, and he walks very funny, something like this. Telling me, come on, Sparrow, let me show you how to hold your club with both hands. I stand up just so I tell him, if you touch it, I'll kill you. You want to touch the club? I mean, after all these years, you don't think I know how to hold the club? Then he says to me, the object of the game is to try and get the ball in the hole. I say, what kind of fool game is this? I thought you put the club in the hole and let the balls dangle. I said, custom. You know, when a man ignorant, he ignorant. I don't know. Says to me, no, you have to try and get the ball in the hole. Well, the next foolish question coming up, how do you get the ball in the hole? He said, you have to use a putter. What is a putter? He said, that's the smallest club made. I said, don't come by me and look for that. No, I don't know if the rest of men in Grenada does use putter, but not me. No putter. If you're looking for a 9-iron, or you're looking for a wedge, you know, something to get you out of the sand trap and thing. I mean, then he said to me, come out, Sparrow, cut out the hush blah, unzip the bag, take out the ball, and let's tee off. I say, in front of all these ladies, you mad? They get a white man to donate a ball just to see me play golf, telling me I must play 18 holes. I say, well, back up, because I know at my age, 18 holes won't kill me. I mean, if it's a little 9 or 10, and if I'm feeling good, 11. No. This is over a 6 months period. You thought it was on a weekend? I said, what happens after the 18th hole? He said, that's when you see the red flag. I said, well, damn, I ain't playing no golf with all the man. Are you ready? Let's go. Hit it. All right, I want some chorus. We could make it, you and I. We could make it easy if we try. But first we got to respect one another. Learn to live in peace together. Demonstrate it. We could make it by doing the things we've been doing together so long. Things hard, but we don't want to spoil one another. Reputation. You're gonna wait, blabbing your mouth like you're mad. The lies that you tell like you really hate Trinidad. After all these years united, politicians come with lies, inciting people, dividing people with mischief and mama guy. But we could make it, you and I. We could make it easy if we try. Tell them. We grow up, sharing laughter, sharing teardrops. Through the good times, even the bad times, we come out and support one another all the way. Look how we celebrate the same religious and public holiday. Of course, we have disagreements that we must face, but that doesn't mean politicians must bring up race. There's too much hate and racial tension, too much politics of spite. Tell your leaders, preachers and teachers, them rhetoric had to die, cause we could make it, we could make it, you and I, we could make it easy if we try. Sing the song. You're grooving. All right. Now if I lie, tell me. We had the same schooling. Basically, we had same housing. We called each other neighbor, neighbor. Racism never entered our hearts before. Now all of a sudden, like both are we fighting civil war. Where did you learn to treat me with such disregard? And when did you learn dollarization is so bad? Those who fan the flames of hatred, they themselves, they don't know why. If you let them people succeed, they go put water in the eye. I said we could make it, we could make it, you and I, we could make it easy if we try. Yo, yo, yo. Make it. You and I, we could make it easy if we try. Racism is poison. For the advocators, there's no pardon. To have friends and neighbors become total strangers, calling each other names to cause injury. We allowing them politicians to divide and rule we to abide. Politics of hate is suicide when peaceful coexistence is tested and tried. You say you're facing persecution, no freedom, you jump and cry. Now with Canadian immigration, deportation, back home you had to fly. And we could make it, we could make it, you and I, we could make it easy if we try.
People of the Shell, today we are gathered to celebrate another glorious and momentous occasion in our beloved realm. We keep hope and faith alive that one day we will be free at last to fet and play a mass beyond these borders. Shell General, what say the soldiers of the Shell? Are we prepared for the day?
Ready to shell as soon as you say.
Water Lord! How high today is the water in Shelby?
The water is up to our waist, so we're ready to shell the place.
Let the festivities begin and song the shell, King Shelwyn.
Time to shell the place.
Shell the place. Shell we shell the place.
Time to shell the place.
It's a conch shell. Shell we shell
we come to give them hell. Give them hell. Whenever you hear the conch shell, everybody shell. Everybody shell. Everybody shell. Everybody shell. Everybody shell. Happy start. Everybody shell. Like me man. Everybody shell. Lady boss. Everybody shell. Like my boss. Everybody shell.
The daughter of a doctor, a lady of class, had the place on fire while playing she mass. The daughter of a doctor, mama, a woman of class, had the place on fire while playing she mass. Moving like a zanji, the girl start to wail. When she threw she body, she leaving a trail. People from all over lining up to see who is this doctor daughter that whining down the country. If you see a lady with a purse in she hand, don't worry mama, it's the doctor daughter, jumping like she crazy and whining in the band. Don't worry mama, it's the doctor daughter. If you find she talking with a lovely accent, don't worry mama, it's the doctor daughter. And you all enjoying my soca movement, don't worry mama, it's the doctor daughter. She moving, she grooving, she rocking, she talking. Anybody could shine, anybody could grind. Nobody could grind like the doctor daughter. Oh, anybody could shine, anybody could grind. Nobody, she rocking. They leave the savannah about 3:30. Then they make a zigzag by tranquility. The band started moving at a faster pace. So the rhythm jamming, mama, so she shakes she waist. Coming to Green Corner, she whining like a top. Crowds start to gather, traffic had to stop. Up come a Bajan, man, I can't miss the show. How them trilly woman could walk up the body so. If you see she inching to have you embrace, don't worry, mama, and finally clinching, she hand on your waist. Don't worry, mama, if she start to tremble like a strong earthquake, don't worry, mama, then she start to wiggle like a rattlesnake. Don't worry, mama, she moving, she grooving, she rocking, she talking. Anybody could shine. Oh, anybody could shine. Anybody could blind. Nobody could find like the doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor. Don't worry, mama, it's the doctor. band then continue on St. Vincent Street. I don't have to tell you how the music sweet, but while the girl jumping and having she fun, people only asking me stupid question. Kids you could whisper, you don't have to shout. Who's this girl father, boy, you singing about? I say it's a secret, I leave them in doubt. They could never hear it from kitchen or mouth. If you see she drinking a Coke Caribbean, don't worry, mama. Then you see she drifting and kicks she legs in the air. Don't worry, mama. If she stop by Hilo to get some white oak, don't worry, mama. And with that she follow with a bottle of Coke. Don't worry, mama.
Find me ticket. I done by the door. Realize I have to pay more. I have to get in because this is not missing me. It's not missing me. I want to go big people party, make the music take over me. I want to
and get busy. Just say that.
Dedicated to one of our number one composer. Dedicated to the man himself, Brother Sunda. Popo. Traveling on a plane to Toronto with Roy Cape and my good friend Sunda Popo. Yes, I tell him that I want to sing a chutney, and he is the right man to help me. He tell me that as soon as he come back down, he going to do for me a nice composition. His years now are waiting and I'm still waiting for Sunda Popo just to write it in. Look, Sunda, wait this Sunda, wait this song you promised. You say it go make two party and make Ricky. It go make Yakaran and go make Charlene. Sunda, wait this song you promised me. So tell him Sunda. What Sunda? Sunda. Sunda. Tell him Sunda, wait this song you promised me. So long. Everybody know that we is bad now. Since the days of Nani and Nana. Now that's the man who really started chutney and paved the way for Ricky and Dupati. So now I'm going to do for you a chutney jam. I must go to the best composer in the land, and the best chutney composer everybody know. It's nobody else but Sunda Popo. Tell him Sunda, where this Sunda, where this song you promised. He say that go make you party and make Ricky. It go make Yakaran and go make Charlene. Sunda, where this song you promised me. Tell him Sunda, 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 Sunda. So now in this song you promised me so long. Yes, the man from Himalaya Club don't tell me that he want me come and sing with Rabini. Boise from Barraco, he don't start planning. Yes, he wants me come and sing in Rookman wedding. Everybody waiting on this chutney jam. But Sunda leave me like Alice in Wonderland. Yes, I finally carrying this thing to blinking far. Like he don't want me be no superstar. Tell him Sunda. What? Where this? Sunda, where this song you promised. He say get go make you party and make Ricky. It go make Yakaran and go make Charlene. Sunda, where this song you promised me. Look, Sunda, 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 where this song you promised me. Enough respect to the man. Every day the politician talking. Now every day is only race again. So I want him write a song about unity between Africans and Indians in this country. Yes, I want him write a song so that the world could know. In the music it don't have no race in Trinbago. It's just some politicians who looking for votes, want to push racialism down with truth. Tell him so that way. What? So now way Sunda, where the song you promised me. Sunda, look, Sunda, 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 where the song you promised me so long. Sunda, 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 where the song you promised me so long. Sunda, 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 where the song you promised me. Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Yo, tell everybody I reached. I'm coming inside right now.
Wait for it, then you're gonna feel it. Yeah, and can you feel the rhythm? Hey, D, we going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. Hey, back to basics again. Let me introduce myself. I am Aaron Duncan. Yes, a youth man, yeah, on a mission. I'm representing my generation. Old and young, everybody gotta listen. The only thing constant is change, but this fight right here not change. When we so kite in the soul, I have to share it with the old world and the ball out. Everybody feeling the vibe, this rhythm may make me feel alive, alive, alive. So I'm all out. If this wrong, I don't want me right. Let the music play all night, all night, all night. I say, why-yo, 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 why-yo. Way before Facebook could post it, Aaron taking it back to basics. Why-yo, why-yo. And I know everybody in here could feel it. We going back to basics. When Katrina make we dance to the limbo and the sweet songs by the old Sparrow. This is the vibe you cannot forget, you know. The foundation of the calypso tempo. Hey, hey, I know you recognize the flow. Brother resistance, yeah, rap so. Yeah, I want the whole world to know this originated in Trinbago and I'm all out. Everybody feeling the vibe, this rhythm may make me feel alive, alive, alive. So I'm all out. If this wrong, I don't want me right. Let the music play all night, all night, all night. I say, why-yo, 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 why-yo. Way before Facebook could post it, Aaron taking it back to basics. Why-yo, why-yo. And I know everybody in here could feel it. We going back to basics. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. Hey, back to basics again. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. Hey, we going back to basics. 'Cause I just love the vibe this music gives. What it gives, what it gives. Without this in my life, I just can't live. I cannot live. I cannot live. I say, why-yo, 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 why-yo. Way before Facebook could post it, Aaron taking it back to basics. Why-yo, why-yo. And I know everybody in here could feel it. We going back to basics. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. Hey, back to basics again. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. We going back, 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 back. Hey, back to basics again.
Music sweet. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Music sweet. The one who invented music has got to be terrific. Got to be the one who created the sun and the trees, rivers and seas. Oh yeah, yeah. Ay, 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 oh, yeah. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and togetherness. Music got no friends, it got no enemies. Everybody, oh, dingle, 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 dingle. If you close your up or you do both up, you could still jump back. But music play, oh lily, young baby, tell everybody go dingle, 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 ay ay ay, amba, melody, oh yeah, 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 harmony. Music in the atmosphere, sweet music is everywhere. Even in the past, in the dark, a blind man can find a melody. Oh yeah, yeah, ay, 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 oh, 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 oh. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and togetherness. Music got no friends, it got no enemies. Everybody, so dingle, 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 dingle. If you close your up or you do both up, you could still jump up. When music plays, everybody, just dingle, 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 ay, 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 amba, 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 oh yo, hey yo, amba, to become a composer. Every little part or a dot may have to construct a melody. Oh yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and togetherness. Music got no friends, it got no enemies. Everybody. Dingle, 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 dingle. If you close your eyes or you do both up, jump up, that music plays, yeah, yeah, oh, lady, young lady. Well, everybody, just dingle, 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 dingle.
Slum, throw some oil in it. Saltfish, saltfish, saltfish. Come on, sit. Saltfish. What they drop them cooking? Saltfish. Chuve them on it. Saltfish, saltfish. When they drop them cooking saltfish, they just soak it good. Soak it, soak it, soak it good. Jab never use no stove. We hit it up with some firewood. Soak it, soak it. Soak it good and put it big in the saltfish. Saboka in the saltfish. If I cook in the saltfish, my hand will be in the saltfish. And I go bring she saltfish. I go bring she saltfish. When we season the saltfish, nothing sweeter than saltfish. Listen before you talk. We have a cook on the block. Them fellas go bring the wood. Them ladies go bring the pot. And before the fire start, somebody run in the shop and get a couple pound of flour, cause dumpling going in that. When the jab cooking saltfish, they just soak it good. Soak it, soak it, soak it good. Jab never use no stove, we hit it up with some firewood. Soak it, soak it, soak it good and put it big in the saltfish. Saboka in the saltfish. If I cook in the saltfish, my hand will be in the saltfish. We net go bring she saltfish, Valin go bring she saltfish. When we season the saltfish, nothing sweeter than saltfish. When it come to jab, saltfish can never waste. We eat till we belly full and we rub it all in we face. Elizabeth say she like power to up she own. When I put in cucumber, she don't want me take out the bone. When the jab cooking saltfish, we just soak it good. Soak it, soak it, soak it good. Jab never use no stove, we hit it up with some firewood. Soak it, soak it,